Oh my gosh, you guys make me laugh. And we are live, guys.
If only y'all could see what goes down before we go live. It's
You
something
don't want to
else.
Yeah, it's something else. And that's why I'm like laughing because these girls make me laugh. But guys, we are back for our second episode after taking a year-long break of ATX Homegirls. And we're kind of switching it up. Melissa, you want to tell us a little bit more about what we're doing different this time around?
Okay, guys, so we're trying to keep it fun. Yes, everyone knows we're in real estate, but we are also ATX homegirls. So obviously we're from Austin, so we want to like immerse our content, if you will, with things that have to do with Austin. So Liza comes up with this crazy idea that we're going to read Reddits, but I think what happened in the past week is she's gone down a rabbit hole, and I think she's really into Reddit right now. She's reading topics that have nothing to do with what we are talking about today. But I think she's having a little bit more fun than we
Yes.
anticipated, right? So we're going to actually be reading Reddit. So if you're here interactively, let us know what topics you want to discuss. But we have some in mind.
Yes, and I'm going to go in the comment section too, just to have that handy. Again, guys, we are ATX Homegirls. We go live every third Wednesday of the month. And we do have a special guest today, Keena. And before we get to Keena real quick, we're going to go ahead and introduce ourselves. So, Melissa, do you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm Melissa. Hey.
Hey.
I'm Austin native. I'm a wife. I'm a mom, a grandma. I love dogs. I love cats. I love coffee. I sell real estate. And I'm from East Austin. That's me. 78741 Metropolis. Hi, guys.
You almost sounded, that Thanksgiving song, the meme. I want green beans, tomatoes.
I want greens, beans, potatoes,
Wife, mom,
chicken.
wife, mom, Austinite, yeah. But
I
yeah,
love that
guys,
song.
I'm sorry, I just went off track on that one. But I'm Liza Brazel, and I'm also an Austinite. Been here all my life. This is all I know. Austin, everything Austin. From Montopolis. I've been in the real estate game for about 10 years now. But enough about me. Let's move on to Miss Keena. We're excited to have her back.
I'm excited to be back. But yes, I'm Keena. I am also from Austin. Well, Round Rock, but you know what?
Yeah.
I'm a it's fine. I didn't get the memo about a cool, crazy hat, so it's just me, myself, and I on this vibe. It's fine.
No shade,
yes,
right, Keena? No.
We just live in our best life. It's cool.
Yeah.
And she's a mom, and her daughter is so cute. Liza, what is your hat?
It's Brian's steampunk hat. Do you see it?
She's steampunk. I'm Spider Lady. Giving. What are we giving, Keena? We're
It's giving Medusa.
It's giving Medusa.
Medusa.
And Keena's for her Halloween costume. She's an Austin realtor.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a good
It's
one.
scary out here. Scary time. So
The market itself is Halloween, all right, guys?
Okay. We're already scared. Okay.
Anyways, guys, so we are going to be reading Reddit threads, and I found some interesting ones that maybe we can all kind of discuss and what's going on. How do you guys feel about jumping into old Austin, a Reddit thread on old Austin? Are you guys good with that?
We can start with that.
Okay, let's start with that. So go ahead, Keena.
I was just saying I have limited history. Mine starts in 94, so I'll give as much as I can.
Well, this one's in the 90s. So let me jump into it. Hold on a second. Let me jump into it. Y'all bear with me, all right? So here's the question on Reddit. It says, what was Austin, Texas like back in the 1990s? And just for the audience to know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the question posed on Reddit, and then I'm going to pick one answer, and then we'll all kind of just engage from there. So here's the answer to what was Austin, Texas like in the 1990s. It's a long answer, but I'm going to read it. The guy goes, well, there weren't really lines for anything. You could go to any of your favorite places and go right in most of the time. Everything was cheaper. Drivers were nicer. It actually used to be customary to give people a wave whenever they let you in traffic or vice versa. The city was a bit dead during the summer when college was out. People outside of Texas didn't really know anything about Austin. Late 90s, Lance Armstrong was pretty much the most famous Austinite. Oh, and no one lived in downtown as it was like half parking lots and half offices. The yogurt shop murders were the worst thing to happen in decades here. There was a lot of talk of investing in a light rail system, which never materialized, obviously. People knew not to swim in Town Lake. It was illegal anyways. The guy poisoned treaty oak, which infuriated the entire city. That tree used to be loved by all. Most don't even know it exists anymore. East Side was considered Austin's ghetto, which you never went to, especially at night. This one was a weird adjustment as it became more gentrified and friends started living over there. Mark Katz was a local celebrity with his yellow 1966 Cadillac, always parked out front of the deli. I think most of the old restaurants are gone. Every single person that lived here knew Betty Blackwell and the phone number to Mr. Gaddy's. There were a lot of malls for the city size: Barton, Lakeline, Highland, and North Cross. That's the answer.
That is very on point. I don't know who put that Reddit response.
That's like one of the best. Oh my gosh. Did it bring back a lot of memories?
Well, I do remember the what is it? What is his name with the yellow cap, yellow car?
Mark Katz. What was the deli? Wasn't it on 6th
Deli?
Yeah.
It was on 6th Street.
Yeah, it was
I
on
remember
6th.
that actually. Yeah.
I don't remember that deli. I guess I never ventured really into downtown Austin that much. But I really don't remember that deli, to be honest with you. Like, I remember Betty Blackwell.
Yes.
That lady, even until 5 years ago, she was still in business. I don't know if she's in business now. I don't know if she's still alive, but everybody knew of Betty Blackwell. And yeah, and we all know. Okay, hold on, Kina. What's the Mr. Gaddy's phone number? What's the Mr. Gaddy's phone number?
I have no idea.
Ready, Liza?
Go ahead.
459 22 and get a Mr. Gaddy's pizza delivered.
Oh my God.
I knew that part. I didn't know the number. That's funny. These are unlocking like very early memories. Okay.
Right. It was in every commercial. I mean, especially in the radio. I think that's what most folks did. They listened to the radio, and it was all over the radio, on TV, all the billboard signs. What do y'all think about? Okay, do y'all know of the treaty oak tree?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
So it's the treaty oak tree. If y'all remember, so we have North Lamar, and I think it's 5th Street, North Lamar and 5th, where Whole Foods is at.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Across the street, there's like that little small shopping strip where that big tree is at. That's treaty oak tree, and a lot of people don't even know that's treaty oak tree,
or the meaning, or the significance, or the age, like nothing.
Yeah. And I forgot who was it? Maybe one of the, I'm trying to think of who it was. They think sat at that tree back in the day. Was it Stephen F. Austin, or was it, I don't remember, but they're talking about how it really had a historical impact as far as it's what is the word I'm looking for? A historical mark for Austin. And it was poisoned back then, and it infuriated everybody. I remember that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else what this guy said.
They poisoned
That's
the tree.
a good one.
What?
They poisoned the tree?
Yeah, someone poisoned the tree. Yeah.
Like, who does that, right?
I know. It's crazy. I think this was a long time ago. And I don't know if that tree is completely dead or slowly dying, but they're trying to save it. I think at the time when I went, this was years ago when I went. By the way, I don't even know if you're allowed to go and be by the tree, but we did. I don't know if it's
breaking the law.
like, it kind of has like these little rope, these chain ropes around it, but they were low enough to it felt like you could just kind of hop on over. And
you probably broke the law, Liza.
I probably did.
One of the things I think was a huge missed opportunity, because if you're living in Austin now, or from Austin, or left Austin, one of the major complaints is traffic. And I think any type of infrastructure opportunities that could have been implemented in the 1990s weren't ever done, and they weren't thought of until maybe a decade or so later. And it's so obvious, and it's very impactful on the infrastructure for the city. So I feel like that was a miss. So whatever the city council was doing, zoning, planning, development, they were like, I feel it's kind of still in the hey, Austin hippie, keep it small, keep it weird. And that was a disservice to us now because it's pretty painful to be in traffic in this city. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it definitely is. I'm surprised they didn't even go ahead, Kina. Sorry,
I was gonna say, it felt like it was very contradictory almost, because it's like we wanted to keep the small town vibe, but we also invited lots of people and corporations, and we wanted people to move here and still keep the vibe, which is like so impossible to have both of those things at the same time. And so of course all of these people do want to come experience as they came and vacationed, or they were here for ACL or South by, and they're like, this is a cool city, and then they want to move here. And like I said, corporations are coming, and then we're just like ignoring the need for infrastructure and more development. And so it's too late. And now they're trying to put like 10 lanes on I-35. And it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, and turning them into toll roads, which everybody loves, right? We love a toll road.
We love it. We just love it. Yeah.
Sarcasm in my voice. What about the next question, Liza? I know we had some fun ones.
Yes. Here's the next one. The next one is the question goes, I have to scroll up because one of the good answers was way down. All right. So this one goes, Franklin's Barbecue in Austin, Texas. What are y'all's favorite barbecue joints near the Austin, Texas area? I'm going to read one answer that I thought was freaking hilarious. It's actually a little bit, that in itself, it's its own little thread with that answer. So I'm going to read just a few more from that one. But here's one of the answers. This guy goes, his username is Obligated Dog. And it goes, last summer, I went twice. First time got there about 2 a.m. and was 12th in line. Got drunk and forgot to order the pork steak. So I had to make a second trip, got there at midnight the second time and was there first in line. Set up my hammock and was golden. I haven't figured out how to be hungry for barbecue at 8 a.m. yet, though. And then one person responded to that answer and said, what the F, right? I'm sorry, there's no way it's that good. I'm sure it's amazing, but no barbecue is worth spending my entire day on. And one more answer for you guys on that answer. Rolo 43 goes, I agree. And I have never understood the allure of standing in line like that for barbecue. It's pork and beef slow cooked. There are only so many different things you can do to it. And whatever they are doing to it isn't all that different than what I do to it, especially considering most of them put their technique on YouTube. I just don't get it. Now I don't begrudge others for doing something they are having fun doing. So don't get me wrong. How do y'all feel about I just thought that was hilarious. I'm just going to share it with you guys. I went to Frank's Barbecue as a vegetarian for my friends, and I did stand in line early in the morning for them. And standing in line is an entire experience within itself besides getting to your barbecue. I don't know if y'all have been, but the first time I went, I didn't know what to expect. They have a food truck out there. So I got my potato, egg, and cheese tacos from the food truck. You know what I mean? And we had our wine ready for that afternoon because we didn't know how long it was going to take, the line. And we had fun. We had our little lawn chairs. We sat down. I ate my breakfast tacos. Afternoon came. I had my wine. And then by the time barbecue came around, they were having like this food orgasm in their mouth. And I'm just there watching as they're eating.
As a vegetarian?
As a vegetarian. I'm just like, well, I already had my tacos. But I don't know. I don't get it either why people would stand in line that long. But it was an entire experience. That line part itself was an experience. So I liked it. I don't get it, but I liked it. I did it for them.
Okay, yeah, so have you been there, Kina?
I have passed by, and every time that I want to go, I look at the line and I'm like, the way my patience is set up, it's a no for me. I can't do it.
It's giving me not very patient vibes.
No,
that's how you do it, Liza. That's how you do it, Liza.
But you know what? And you know what? So this guy was committed. He got there at 12 a.m. We got there at 5 a.m. We got there at 5 a.m. and there was already a line at 5.
So I do think, and correct me if I'm wrong, and they may be months out on this type of order, maybe weeks, who knows, but you can order it, right? You can order it for a future date later.
I don't know.
I mean, you guys, I haven't had their barbecue. I'll be honest. I'm from Texas, y'all. So I'll go to anywhere that doesn't require me to wait longer than maybe 20, 30 minutes.
Well, onto that. So other people had posted. Let me see if I can go back to what other people had suggested. There were some suggestions on here. Valentina's. Have y'all been there?
Yeah, and I think it's good barbecue. It's not great barbecue.
So one person commented Valentina's, Leroy and Lewis, Interstellar, and La Barbecue. Is it La Barbecue or LA Barbecue? I don't know. Y'all don't roast man.
It's La Barbecue, Liza.
La Barbecue, right? Okay. I was like, well, I could be wrong. Maybe it's LA Barbecue. I don't know. I don't go to barbecue joints.
I have been there, and it's good. It's good.
It's good?
It is good. Also, Moreno's in South Austin is delicious.
Well, here, let's put that in the comment. Moreno's, where is that at? Moreno's Barbecue?
Yeah, South Austin. It's by Crockett High School.
Oh, look at you bringing up Crockett High School. Hold on a second. Moreno's Barbecue.
Austin.
Huh?
Okay, she's from Austin.
There, I put Moreno's Barbecue, South Austin is one recommendation. Kina, do you eat barbecue, Kina?
I do, but I feel like it's one of those foods that like I just never think. Like I'm never like in the mood and be like, you know what, I just really want some barbecue. It just kind of always happens by chance, or like it's at a function and I'm like, oh, okay, like somebody ordered it. I feel like I don't ever really like seek it out kind of thing.
Yeah. And you know, it's crazy. I don't know if that question is common for those that are new to Austin or just new to Texas in general. It seems to be like I do not care at all for barbecue or anything good barbecue, but even in my family, we don't talk about, ooh, what are the good barbecue spots? We don't talk about that. You just, if you feel like it, you go. And it seems like with new people that are coming into town or just new to the state, that's all they talk about. What is a good barbecue, right? What recommend some places so I can try it? And I'm like, it's just meat. A lot of people are going to get mad that I'm saying that, period. And I can get it for those that are avid, barbecue, lovers. Please don't come at me. I'm sorry.
Don't at me. They're going to be like, why is this vegetarian talking about barbecue?
I have no business, right?
That's so funny.
Do y'all want to move on to the next question?
Yes, I'm trying to look. I know you texted to me.
All right. So here's another one. Why are so many people saying they regret moving to Austin? I'm excited to move here, right? And this is kind of a long post that he put on here with that description along with that question. He goes, "Hi there. I'm a single guy in my 30s and looking for a fresh start in a new city. I'm moving from SoCal because I can no longer afford my condo. And when looking for a new place, I realized I'd rather a fresh start somewhere else. This year, I traveled to Seattle, Vancouver, New York City, Austin, Miami, Denver, San Francisco, Portland, and Bend, Oregon to hopefully find a city I'd get excited about to move on. Austin made my top 5, and all of the cities I'm looking at are expensive. So it's more about picking a place I can hit the ground running with some fun activities. Here's why I'm excited about Austin." And then he goes on saying, music scene, I can go listen to live music almost any day and night, walkable downtown area with plenty to explore, growing art scene, lots of other young people, youngish, haha, totally different than SoCal, so I can try something different, which I am ready for. And then he goes on to say, now as I'm looking at apartments and figuring out my next steps in terms of sublet, leasing, exact location, etc., I am finding so many posts from people who moved in the last year or so and say they totally regret it. A lot of them also seem to be young professionals excited about Austin and its growth. And then they say after a month or so, they are totally over it and wish they never moved. Now, of course, every place is going to have its good and bad reviews. I would love to hear any opinions of what you guys think. And if I'm crazy to pick Austin, where can I move anywhere right now? If I'm missing any details for you to give me a proper reply, let me know and I can go over other info. So are y'all ready for this answer? Y'all ready for the a person that posted an answer to this thread?
Are you talking about the one that says because they visit during ACL and South by Southwest, assuming it was a great time?
Yes, it's by Deacon Blue.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's the one I saw too.
I think I might have seen that area. It kind of went viral.
Okay.
Did it? Okay, go.
Awesome. All right, y'all want me to read it?
Let's
Okay.
go. Yeah.
All right,
This is the one
let's
I'm
do
thinking
it. So I have lived here for 40 plus years after moving from a larger Texas city. People regret moving to Austin because they made a decision based upon their visit during ACL, South by Southwest, etc., Assumption, and had a great time here on that vacation. They moved here because of the vibe. But as others have pointed out, depending on where they have moved from, they may have had an unrealistic expectations of what they'd get by moving to the city. We have our shortcomings, public transportation, infrastructure needs, and racial disparity in access to both and above and more. And once you get to live that 24/7, 365, you may come to regret the decision solely because the city doesn't live up to the ideal in your head based upon a week here during a festival season. Austin is an amazing city. And the one thing I wish we'd get back to more is the true Austin vibe that drew the majority of us, is the easy going, easy to get along with, all attitude that truly personifies this city. In 1973, when I decided to move here, 8 years before I made the actual move, I was walking down the drag and saw a dude in a three-piece suit and a drag worm, aka old school hippie, walking side by side, sharing a joint while talking about politics. The philosophical variety, not the BS we all seem to engage in today. And I was struck that these two people, appearing as polar opposites, were able to engage respectively and share more than just the discussion together and be engaged and engaging simultaneously. That attitude was what drew me here, and it persisted for a few decades. Once we get back to that, perhaps I'll spread outside the city, something we truly need on a global scale. If you make the decision to move here, welcome. It is a great place with amazing things to do and see, and there are some pretty cool people still around who help keep it that way. My 2 cents. Peace.
So it sounds like an older guy that moved to Austin so he can appreciate
73.
what Austin was back then. You know what I mean? Yeah.
For sure. So, I mean, I don't, that could be, I can kind of see during, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have never been to any of the big festivals that happen around here in Austin.
None of them, Liza? Not ACL, not South by nothing?
No, I have
Liza.
lived here my entire life. I've never been to ACL, never been to South by Southwest. So I don't know what it is that people see to those people, right, that are going here specifically for those festivals. They fall in love with the city and the vibe, and then it's unrealistic. So I can say from my perspective, I cannot see myself living anywhere else. And this is not coming from someone that goes to all these festivals. Well, I really don't. I don't go to these festivals. I don't know why I haven't. I keep thinking in my head, well, it'll be there next year. Maybe one year I'll go to it. But I have enough fun on my own doing other things that I don't feel like I need to go to these festivals. But I don't know what other people's standards were.
What about you, Kina? Like, what do you think, or what do you hear? Because I know you help a lot of people coming into the Austin area.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely do. Like, I understand to the extent, like, the festival vibe that people do get, because it's an exciting time. Like, I've never done ACO, but I usually do South by. But I do think that people, at least what I hear, the biggest reason why people regret being here, staying here, is just how expensive they didn't realize it was. So, of course, when it comes to housing, but also just the day-to-day, like, living. I know we've talked about traffic. It's not as bad as some other major cities. So I feel like there's going to be some give and take when it comes to that. And then also sometimes people talk about like the lack of diversity. And so I think those are like the main three things, like traffic, expenses, and diversity are usually the biggest things that I see people are like, why did I come here? This is not what I expected. But I do think that it's still a great city. There's still a lot to offer. And I feel like that's the thing too. If we commit to like the people that are here, the people that are coming here, instead of expecting, other people to provide the experience for you, be a part of that experience, engage in those things, be a part of, creating diversity here, bringing your other friends here, or taking part in networking events that bring you into the more diverse networks of people. We can't do anything about traffic, so, give that one up. Yeah. But, like just it's about what you make it is what I think. So I think wherever you're going to be, there's going to be pros and cons to it. So it really is like your unique experience. But I think, again, if you engage and be a part of it, that's the biggest thing that I try to tell people
that are moving here.
That are moving here. Yeah.
since I work, I'm putting a lot of people in houses in Austin, but I do tend to work most of the Eastern Corridor. So I do push people to purchase property outside of the city, but still within a proximity to drive into the city to enjoy all the, city perks and the festivals and things like that. But, if traffic's an issue, maybe you just stay away from that and live in the little small town. So I don't know. Most of the complaints I hear nowadays are, it's like the growing art scene. But lately it's been, and I mean lately, recently, like in the last 3 years, 5 years, it's been like, some of our best artists and musicians are actually having to leave the city because they can't afford to live here anymore. So we're kind of losing that piece of Austin. So I think now it's going to be like the new Austin. And I'm sorry to say to my old Austinites, and this is probably an unpopular opinion, it's kind of dying. It makes me sad to say that.
Oh, Melissa, that made me sad to hear that. But
we got a comment about barbecue.
Oh,
let's see. Let's show the comment real quick.
Oh, look who it is.
Mark, what's going on? Okay, let's read his comment. Franklin's is the best. Wait, Melissa, you've never been there?
No.
Okay.
MJ has. I haven't.
All right. Wait, Micklethwaite? How do you say that? Micklethwaite? Micklethwaite? How do y'all say that?
Micklethwaite.
I'm about to make myself look like a fool on a live
Girl, they're gonna come for you.
Micklethwaite, man. All right, Micklethwaite is good. Moreno's is good. Style Switch is good.
Yeah.
Brown's Barbecue Trailer is good. Not LA. La Barbecue is good. And then Southside Market is good in Bastrop or Elgin. See, that's the thing. Not everybody thinks about, going outside of, not everything's going to be in Austin. So there's other places in Austin. I don't even know, is the barbecue in Lockhart any good?
I think their sausage is, I like it.
Is it Kreitz Barbecue? Where the sausage is good, I think. I don't know. I mean,
you mentioned Black's. Black's is good barbecue too.
Black's, okay.
That was the place I was trying to think of, but it just kept slipping my mind. Yes, Black's.
Black's. It's good barbecue. He
Is that
said
the
no.
one? Black's Barbecue? Is
He
that
said
the one?
no? No what?
Oh,
No to
He's
Black's.
hey, he's about to argue
Black.
with us.
Okay.
Come on.
Look, this guy is passionate about his barbecue. Okay.
So no. Okay, Mark. No to Craig's Barbecue or Black's Barbecue.
No, Lockhart is horrible. Look, this is like anybody from Lockhart. This is not on us. Okay?
This is on.
This is
Mark.
no shade to Lockhart, Texas.
This is a live engagement, so it's like whoever who we didn't select.
I know.
This is an unfiltered comment. So
let's go to the next topic.
All right. All right, let me go to the next topic. This is going on to festivals since we're kind of in line with that. Someone had asked what festivals are worth going to in Austin. And I'm gonna go to one where this person by the name of South by Southwest Egg Rolls. That's a funny name. He posted a variety of them. So I'm gonna name them off. Austin Food and Wine, Austin City Limits Music Festival, Moon Tower Comedy Festival, ATX TV Fest, Eeyore's Birthday, Levitation Festival, Hot Luck Festival, Luck Reunion, and Kite Festival.
Oh, the Kite Festival is fun, and I think it's. Have y'all been?
I don't think I've been to any of those.
Ooh, Liza, you have to. Keena, have you been to the Kite?
Y'all been to the Kite? Okay, I need to start being more. I thought it was fun. Shit.
Yeah, the Kite Festival is fun.
I have not been to any of those festivals. The people that are recommending the festivals, what do you do? I mean, I guess you fly kites for the Kite Festival, or
it's amazing the kites out there. Like they're the most creative things you've ever seen. I mean, from the little kites to the huge kites to the artistic kites. Like it's actually a cool scene, and I think your son would really like it, Liza. The kids love it.
Okay,
I love it. I've been there many times. Eeyore's Birthday, I went a couple times, and it was kind of like. It was giving. What is it giving?
What is it giving?
It's giving.
It's giving.
It's
interesting.
Giving interesting smoky vibes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right.
I went much younger with my I don't think we knew what the vibe was back then.
What it was
I think
giving.
they had like the hairy man. What do you call it? What is like hairy man?
Harriman contest or?
I think it was a contest, and I was like, "This is a lot for my young eyes." Okay.
You're asking.
Giving very hippie vibes. Very hippie
Very
vibes.
I've never been. I mean, I've been to other festivals, but not these that were outlined. I'm sure there's many more in Austin. I can't keep up. I mean, I think one time I went to a chocolate festival. I had fun in that one. It felt more like a farmer's market kind of vibe, but it was some good. I love chocolate. I mean, I didn't go to just specifically plan my whole day around that. It was just we already had other plans, and this one happened to be along the way. You know what I mean? Like, oh, let's just stop here and get some chocolate.
I've always wanted to go to the Food and Wine, but it's like super expensive, and I just.
How much is it for the Food and Wine Festival?
I don't know. I could look.
And then, is it worth it? So nobody here has been to the Food and Wine Festival?
No, I've been to a soul food festival that was amazing.
A what?
It was a soul food festival. I think it was on Houston.
That sounds delicious. Okay, listen. Here are the Food and Wine festivals for this year.
Okay.
2020, November 4th and 5th. So it's in a month. Not even a month. It's like in less than a month on Auditorium Store. Look, if you just want the Weekender pass, this is a 2-day ticket, $275. If you want the VIP, starting at the Weekender starts at $275. The VIP starts at $750. Your 1-day ticket, Saturday $195, Sunday $195. Hands-on grilling, that's an add-on for $150.
All right, so you're looking at least what, almost $1,000 to just have a good time for one day.
Yeah, no.
Maybe that's why I don't go. I don't know, guys. What all right, let me ask y'all this. What do y'all do? If y'all don't really, if it sounds like we haven't gone to all these festivals, what do y'all do for fun? When y'all want to get out and get going, like what's keeping y'all in the city? Anybody?
I'm gonna ask Keena.
All eyes on you, Keena.
Yeah,
come
on. I just go to the streets, you know.
West Austin? Or are you like a Mueller vibe? Are you a Domain vibe? What is it giving?
I love Domain vibes. West is interesting. And, you know, I still go to Dirty Six sometimes. Every once in a while, you know, you got to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's mainly, you know, of course, nightlife. Domain is cool during the day, too. Obviously, you get your shopping and stuff done there. But I'm trying to think what else is there. I don't know if you're like an outdoorsy person. I feel like Austin is such an outdoorsy type of city. And so maybe that's why we're like, oh, I don't know. Because, I mean, I'm not a very outdoorsy person. So I'm cool with like maybe going to a little park, but like hike and bike or trails, like, nah, that's not really me.
No, man, I'm gonna stay inside. I think
I'm trying to highlight my comment. How do I highlight it on the screen?
I'll highlight it. I'll highlight it for you. What about Pecan Street? Oh my God. Okay, so I haven't been. I used to go as a kid to the Pecan Street Festival.
I like that one.
Yeah, my dad would take us there all the time, and it's actually pretty fun. The live music that they have there, the food, pretty much I think what the problem is now, I think with a lot of festivals, you find yourself, you're not really enjoying an experience. You're just there buying and consuming, it seems like. And I think that's my thing why I don't go to
They
festivals.
have music there though, and it's fun. Yeah. Okay, what about my next comment? Because that one's next month and I'm going, and I really recommend everybody go to it because it's a lot of fun.
Where is this at, Melissa? Native American Powwow? Where is this at?
Travis Expo Center. You guys, if y'all haven't gone, you gotta go. It's a 1-day festival. It's like music, dancing. You get to see all the different tribes, Native American tribes, do their dance and their competition. It's really cool. A lot of cool vendors, obviously. Navajo fry bread, which y'all know is the good stuff. But yeah, it's a cool, that would be a cool event to go to, and it's not real expensive at all.
Okay, interesting. Native American powwow. Nice. I'll have to check that one out. Something different. See, that's the thing. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking for an experience. All right.
It's called the Austin Powwow.
I want an experience. I don't want to just spend money. I want to experience. I want to have a good time. And I think that's what a lot of people want. So I don't
This
know.
would be an experiment right here. It's November 18th, which is on a Saturday. And it is called the Austin Powwow, by the way.
Oh,
So
Austin Powwow. So Austin Powwow, let me you said November 9th,
18th. Yeah, it's this year's their 30th celebration. It's off of Decker Lane at the Travis County Expo Center. Gates open at 9. 12 p.m. they have the grand entry, which is in the Powwow Arena. And they'll have like the native market, the native food court, dance contests. It's cool, Liza. That's an experience.
Okay, then I'll need to go to that. That's all I'm asking. That's all I want, Austin. Anybody that's organizing these events, that's all I want.
Yeah, look, online, $7, cash at the gate, $10.
Oh, dude, come on, let's do it. I like that.
Kids 12 and under free, parking free.
You know what I want? I this is another thing I like. I think this is one of the reasons why I just do a lot of stuff at home, or I just do my own random things. I karaoke at home.
Liza, invite me over. I'll karaoke with you.
I'm being serious. Like I karaoke, and so one time I went to a restaurant. What is that restaurant called? Lucky Robot on Congress, and it was our first time there. I had a fantastic experience at that restaurant. It was so not planned. We went to Lucky Robot, had a fabulous experience. I'm not even going to say it wasn't just eating. It was talking to people, to strangers. That's what I love. And I was telling the guy next to us that I karaoke. And he was like, "Oh, like you mean for like a big event?" And I was like, "Nah, man, in my house on my couch by myself. I'm by myself karaoke." And he was like, "Oh, okay." Like he stayed quiet. But I loved it. And then we went next to Continental Club, and they were having a live music show. So that's my type of just doing around randomness.
You guys, Liza likes beer, so she goes anywhere with beer.
I love beer. I love beer. I don't know, but if y'all wanted to do that and get together, karaoke.
We got a comment here from our interactive guest.
Let's see. Oh, okay. Buy your tickets online before going. It's cheaper. Okay, the $7 tickets, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, kids and 12 and under are free.
My son's right at 12. We should all go.
Kina, we'll see you there.
Yeah.
Do they serve beer there?
They serve beer. They serve food. Lots of food.
Oh my goodness. Okay, y'all ready for the next one? The next question?
Yeah, because we're getting close.
Okay. How is dating in your 30s in Austin? All right, that's a question. I'm going to go over to this one. It's about several answers. So one person put no_interest 1616. He put, it's good if you want to stay single and F around and not have any feelings about it. Relationships, feelings, and deep connections are treated as STDs. That's one answer. One person said, I do love myself a pizza party every once in a while. And another person said the dating pool definitely has pee in it. And someone responded to that, just like Town Lake. So that doesn't sound good for Austin in the dating scene. One person here said, be prepared to use the dummy apps. I tried dating apps for a little while in Austin. I didn't care for the way they made me feel. Inorganic, not human, like Instagram persona curation combined with emotional immaturity of YouTube comment section. Anyway, I adopted a dog instead. He gives me a hug regardless of my answer to 2 truths and a lie. Oh my God. So I guess, I don't know. I was reading the several other comments and they're not looking good for Austin. I don't know. Do y'all have any comment on that? Because I don't.
I'm not in the dating scene and I'm well out of my 30s.
I was never in the dating scene, so I don't have any experience from my past years to comment on. So I don't know what it's like. So it looks like it's rough in Austin for anybody looking to move here and they're single. I don't know. I feel bad for anybody that's trying out there. But so far it's looking like it's not good.
Most of my single friends say it's a drag.
It is.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I'm not single, so coming out of that piece.
Well, when you were single.
I was. Yeah, it's a mess. It's a hot mess. Somebody said the dating pool. That's funny.
What? So then you agree with the sentiment that these other people posted on there?
I have to agree.
Wow.
I think it's a lot of just alignment of like desire, you know, like
Yeah.
what people are ready for, willing to like settle or whatever. So, and I mean, I think also like, as we talked about, a lot of people are new to Austin. So I think a lot of times too, at least just what I try to like deduct from it is maybe they're just like, well, if I'm new here and I'm still trying to figure out, you know, the city and who I am and all of these things, they're here for the vibes, you know, experimenting everything, and they're not ready to just settle down just yet. So maybe.
What,
Oh,
Edgar?
Edgar Garcia.
You know, all right, you know what, man? I'm gonna agree with you. I'm on live stream. I'm gonna have to agree with him on this one. Just like, I know it sounds so silly and stupid, and I'm telling you, Brian, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but he told me the same freaking thing. He says, you know what's cool about us is that we can just do that. I mean, exactly what
just in anything in life, right? Just being comfortable in any capacity, right?
Yeah.
Not having to wear makeup, you know, because I lay it on thick on these YouTube lives, y'all. But normally I'm at home with no makeup, or I use a hell of a filter on those still photos, I tell you. But yeah, just being comfortable and in general, right? Like just being yourself, joking, saying anything you want and not being judged. So just finding that person. And I don't know, it's hard to find out in these days.
I'm wondering if that's the issue, that people are having a hard time being themselves with so many new people, so much movement happening in the city. I wonder, is that an issue? I don't know. I can't comment on it because I've never been on the dating scene. I mean, I met Brian at work, so I don't know. I can't comment on that, but
I don't know. I think it would be really hard to be a younger woman or man in these days and age, because everybody on Instagram looks so perfect. And so you try to attain to be this perfect, and then you meet someone, you're like, they kind of didn't look like that in their photo.
Yeah.
You know? So it's just really hard. I would think, like, I'm older now, I'm married, whatever, but you know, it's a different society now in general, right? But our city is fun. So I guess if you get out there, your odds of meeting someone are better than if you're sitting at home.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, like I don't feel like this is exclusive to Austin. Now that I think about it, now that you mentioned it, like this is probably in every city, I imagine.
Yeah.
I agree.
Get out there.
I agree. Oh my God.
What about the other one?
The next one. So I have the next one here. I have the new sign bar. This one, I'm gonna admit I haven't been to it yet, but I'm excited about this one. Let me see what folks have posted on here for an answer. So Flat Fork 709 posted, "This is the real deal. They have been collecting for years and looks amazing because it is a passion project. Totally unique and original, and just what Austin needed in a way to bridge old and new Austin." What do y'all think about that? Have y'all been there? Have y'all been to Sign Bar?
I've only been on there through social media.
Same. It's on my list.
It's actually not far from my house, sadly, but it is on my list of places to go to kind of like video tour and maybe, you know, show my clients and stuff like that are moving out here in Manor. But Liza, it's supposed to be something really cool. We should all go.
We should.
You know what?
Go.
This is what we do. We go to the Indian powwow, and then we go to the sign bar after and have your beer.
We bring our kids. Yeah, there you go. Powwow, have a few beers, finish it off strong at the sign bar, and cry because these businesses are no longer there.
Or we can just go set another date to go on a weekend where it's nice and cool in the evening or something. I don't know.
Yeah, no, for real, for sure. I've never been. I still want to go, so I'm gonna hold you up to that.
I'll go. Together. It's not far from my house.
Okay, good. Do y'all know any of the? I'm trying to see how the heck do they get all these signs? Do y'all know any backstory on this?
I think it's right. My memory is just so foggy, but I just met someone. I wish they were watching this YouTube so they can remind me who they were, but they actually know the owner, and it's a personal friend of theirs of that bar. And I'll have to ask MJ. I don't remember who we were talking to, but it's their friend. And that he did that. He collected the signs as the businesses were closing. He would go and offer price and buy the signs and just collected them.
Holy moly. That is
then the bar was the afterthought. I don't think that was the original thought. I think he just wanted the signs.
That's genius.
And I could be wrong on that story. So if I'm wrong, somebody please correct me. But That was what I heard. I don't know where I was and when I heard that. It must have been in the last month or so for me to remember it. But yeah, that's the story I have.
That's pretty
I
cool.
like that. Yeah, it is really cool combining old and new Austin. I mean, it is Austin. The Austin landscape has changed quite a bit. I can't keep up with all the new things that are popping up. There's a lot of new things that are like I would like to try out, and then I forget because there's so many things going on, creative things that people or experiences that people are providing. I guess as a business that I have yet to explore. So I feel like I know my city, but I know the old Austin, and I can't keep up with all the new things that are coming in. So so you'll find yourself like me, haven't gone to any of the freaking festivals because I'm like, there's so many things going on. And
Speaking of new things coming in, like, what are your guys' thoughts on downtown becoming residential high-rise living? Do y'all think that's the appropriate direction for what our city is doing?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to collect my thoughts on that. And I'm always very careful when I answer to specific questions like that. I'm gonna have to come back maybe on another live stream. I'm gonna have to recap
Maybe
this.
that's our next topic. Maybe discuss something like that.
At the next topic. What do you think, Tina? Do you want to hold off on that, or do you have an answer for it?
What's supposed to be happening exactly?
I mean, our downtown really is turning into like residential high-rise living. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Because it really lends to affordability in living, right? Like, who are the demographics they're speaking to? Housing, right?
Right. And that's what I was gonna say. I wish there would be, if that was gonna be the case, I do wish they would make more affordable options.
Right.
General, like downtown, of course, but even across the city, like we just see so many complexes just popping up out of everywhere. And I just wish there would be, opportunity for more people to, like, if they were building condos instead of just apartments that were for rent, like building condo things that people could individually own. I feel like that'd be a great opportunity as well, because that's the thing, like we're going to turn into a rent city essentially.
Yeah.
And so I just wish there was more affordable options for people to get their foot in the door of owning a property here in Austin.
Right.
No, absolutely. Yeah, it's a bit iffy on that. Also, I mean, I just don't know how that would change the entire scene. And the reason I'm saying I'm being careful because I need to think about that question before I answer. But I remember when we used to live downtown, we absolutely loved, and I don't know if it's still out there. We loved going to Mean-Eyed Cat. I don't know if you guys have heard of that place. Mean-Eyed Cat, they would have awesome live music. We would go out there and hang. It was so super chill. And I think there was some condominiums next to it. And then I think they had put a noise complaint, and they had to shut down the live music scene at Mean-Eyed Cat. So we just kind of were like, well, now it's just a place to drink beer. It's not really a place to like listen to live music and drink beer and enjoy it. And Edgar's saying it's still there. Well, have you gone there? What's the vibe like, man? Because I haven't been there for that reason. There's no live music there. And if there is, it's maybe just I don't know, like the radio playing or something. But I haven't gone personally for that. So I'm kind of curious with that alone. And you have the downtown scene changing. How is that going to change what's already there, right?
Like, you mean entertainment mixed with residential?
I mean,
and then I think they'll keep it, right? Like, you have Rainy Street, you have residential, you have entertainment.
And then Rainy Street's going to go away too. I mean, it's going to be all, what is it? Is it going to be a residential or hotels, or I don't remember off the top of my head. Hold on a second. Edgar said, we used to go there for happy hour since our office was across the street. Haven't been there since. See, but still, like what's happening? What's keeping people from moving? I mean, now that I live in Southeast Austin, I kind of keep my hangout areas. I don't venture downtown anymore. I think the closest to downtown for me is South Congress, Continental Club, Guero's, live music there. And then I kind of keep it south and try to keep it close to where I live. But that's just maybe because I'm also in my mid 30s. Maybe that's just what people do in their mid 30s now. They don't really do the downtown.
What about this Wilson Tower, the skyscraper or the water line? That's going to be the newly constructed skyscraper in Texas, right? Or the largest skyscraper in the state of Texas here in Austin. Waterline skyscraper, something like 74 stories tall, something like that.
Oh, holy moly.
It's residential, right?
The whole
I don't
thing.
know.
Let me look it up. Hold on.
Yeah, I have no idea if it's going to be completely residential or a residential mix. But that seems to be the going trend, especially with Rainy Street. Eventually, it'll all be, I think, a mixture between apartments, hotels, and maybe residential living. Eventually, so that's what I'm saying. Like, all right, you're going to live there, the downtown life.
They're saying it's a multifamily tower.
Okay, well,
Mm.
so then what are you going to do? Like, eventually, when that entire scene changes downtown,
Yeah.
because of trying to make room for the
It's a residential tower. I'm tripping.
Yeah,
Like, that's tall.
So
That's
I mean,
crazy.
I don't know, but I think that alone, there's going to be a lot of changes downtown, and I don't think they're going to venture out more to the Domain or like South Congress, because more of that scene is kind of going away from downtown. Are people still? All right, let me ask you a question. When was the last time you went downtown? Just
For your birthday, right?
Nightlife.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, it wasn't that long ago, like September. So yeah, about a month ago. Mhm.
Okay, so about a month ago. And
Yeah.
and you, Melissa?
I'm embarrassed, but I think I
Don't be
went
embarrassed.
to go out at night.
Yeah, nightlife.
I mean,
Oh, sorry. Your eyes gave it away.
it's been over 15 years. Listen,
Don't be embarrassed.
I went and parked and went to an EXP Christmas party, a broker Christmas party. I parked and went in one location, went up to the patio area where they had the party. I was there for 1 hour. I went right back down the stairs, got in my car, and left. I don't consider that going out, but the last time I went out on 6th Street, it's probably been 15 years.
Yeah, I can't. I think mine is maybe not 15, 16 years, but maybe I want to say close
to 10.
Like close to 10. That sounds bad, but it's close to 10. I just don't see you can do the same thing closer to home is what I'm saying. And that's what's happening, right? Like people are opening up shop, closer to home, and they're going to stay home. They're going to target people that are closer to home.
I'm more like a brunch vibe.
Yeah, and that too. That's what I'm saying. Like people are not all about nightlife. Yeah, there you go. Like let's go out on the lake, or let's go on a stroll. Let's go to brunch. Like
look, y'all, I'm from Texas, but I don't like the heat, so you ain't gonna catch me out at the lake all day. Okay, you see how pasty white my skin is. I want to tan without having to go in the sun. Okay, that doesn't necessarily work, but I love spring and fall in Texas. I can actually be outside, but unfortunately in our market, in our area, it's hot more times, more months in a year than it is cool. So I appreciate this kind of weather, and then we'll have it until maybe January, February, and that's it. And the rest of the year is just hot. So Texas got hot and cool.
Yeah.
When we get hot, we get cool. We don't get warm. We don't get it's hot and cool, with the exception of snowpocalypse, which, by the way, Liza and I were looking at the bees. The bees are hunkering down. It's scary.
So I saw a video on that. Now, all right, y'all can call me whatever y'all want to call me, but I saw this video on the bees. I really do believe the bees have a special way of knowing these things. And there's this guy saying that they started weeks in advance, and when they normally do to prepare for winter, in other words, right? And that the way the guy was talking is like, hey, man, I kind of have a suspicion that they're preparing for a really hard winter. And I'm like, well, holy crap, how's it going to be in Texas? Because I could barely handle it last time. I wasn't prepared. But speaking of the weather, Melissa, that made me think all these festivals are normally around October, November timeframe, and also during the springtime when the weather is
South by Southwest?
March, isn't it?
Yeah, I think March.
Is during spring break, and then you have ACL, and that just passed here during the nicer time of the weather. So no wonder people get like bamboozled to think that Austin is the big place, and they have no freaking clue what the weather is like. Look, me, I'm going to tell you right now, as a native Austinite, I stay indoors because Austin is so freaking hot. I cannot tolerate it. Okay. Look at it. See, that's all you need to say.
I think bamboozled. Keena, would you agree bamboozled is the right way? What's happening when people come to
They're like, it's not that hot. What are these people complaining about? This is beautiful. This 80-degree weather can't be that bad. I'm breaking out.
Man, we lied to you.
Yeah, we lied. April Fools.
I actually have a client.
October.
I have a client that's selling because it's too hot. She was like, my husband hates it.
Mm-hmm.
We've made a mistake. We've got to sell our house.
Are they leaving the entire state?
They're leaving Texas. They can't handle it. It's too hot.
I'm not gonna lie. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I did go to LA. Melissa knows this. I went to LA. And that weather was beautiful.
What did Debbie say?
And what did Debbie? Oh, look, she goes, my AC is at 77. You know what? I keep it at my household at 73, 74. Sometimes 74.
Y'all don't want to know what my husband makes me go through in this house. Liza
56. I don't know. I made it up.
68.
68. That's cold.
I stay cold. 365 days a year. I stay cold.
What about you, Keena? What do you keep it at?
No, mine's the same as you. 73, 74.
Right. I'm trying to conserve on my energy because the energy bill.
Right.
I want my electricity bill.
Look what Edgar told Keena.
77. Do you want to die? Hey, we can't have y'all arguing on this live stream. You want to die? Oh my God.
Yeah, somebody wants to die. And I'm not, well, here's what I'm talking about. I had 68. Yes, it's cold. My perfect temperature would be 70. But if I don't tell you this summer, even if we had it at 68, our AC could not stay cooler than 72 to 73 degrees. Like the temperature was so hot outside that our house would go up to 72 and 73. But what I notice is right around 71 degrees, I start having a little bit of an attitude. 72 degrees, I get a little snazzy, a little
snappy.
Around 73, I'm running the ceiling fan. So I'm like, it's too hot in here. So I think 70 is my perfect temperature.
Yeah, I think 72 is ideal, but it's a hit or miss sometimes when you have the fan on or it just gets a few degrees cooler outside. I'm like, crap, I got to change it again here. So that's why I keep it at 73, 74. Look what Debbie said. Native Austinite can handle it. Girl, how come I can't?
She's always cold. I know her. She's always cold. Don't lie, Debbie.
I can't handle it. I can't. The heat, oh my goodness. No, I got to be comfortable because then I start sweating a lot and then I feel icky and I don't know. I can't handle it. So
I have to say one more thing about the heat before we go off.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I was getting pictures from people who were putting, the tents that you put outside when you're in the outside over their AC units in Texas this summer. The tents, just to keep it in the shade.
Oh, that's so cute.
Like outside on the side of the house, they would pitch their little tent and they just kept it there. They staked it down. I mean, it really is. I mean, the airflow still goes through, but you keep it shaded. And they were doing anything they could to not have their AC break down on them. But I was like, hey, that's like pretty novel. Good.
Yeah. Actually, that's not a bad idea. We know how hot it gets. So we got to be smart and protect our tents. I haven't yet, but I mean, maybe I should. Maybe I should do that. I don't know.
Things you'll do in extreme weather. Like some guy was putting the swimming pool noodles on the top of his car for the hailstorm. I was like,
what? Yes. Just park in the garage, or unless he didn't.
We're in Texas. We don't park in our garages. I
do.
I definitely do. I know. That's such a weird Texas thing too. I don't understand it. I don't understand.
Tell us about it. What?
I don't understand. Like people just I guess they just use it as storage, which mine is like, I mean, in my defense, it's just me that parks in my garage. So it's like half storage and then I can still fit my car. But like I feel so bad for people when it was hailing like that. Like so many people's cars were totaled out completely and they're just like parked outside of their garage. And I'm like,
oh no. See, it could have been avoided. We get that. Yeah. I mean, we get crazy weather here.
Yeah. Like I get it if you're in an apartment and you don't have like covered parking or whatever, but man, I don't understand that.
Yeah, I think that's common. I think I would be like the weird one that uses my garage, but nearly everybody uses it as storage, either storage or a gym. Like it's either a gym, a storage, or a hangout spot to watch your games. Like
that's what Edgar said
completely. What did Edgar say? He goes, it's because the majority of Central Texas homes don't have a basement. You know what? That's a good point. We don't have the extra space for that. So the garage is it. Like F our cars, you know what I mean? Like let's you know what I mean? Let's do everything in the garage. Let's convert it. So
your car is the second most expensive thing. Like it's your house and the next is your car. So I'm just like, you got to protect it.
That's true. I didn't think of that. That's a good point. Oh my goodness.
Guys, this has been a fun live. Kina, thank you for coming back, and you're welcome anytime. We want you here. We love having you on. It's giving.
It's giving Kina vibes. Yeah. we're trying to get the Gen Z lingo down. So Kina is teaching us.
It's got to teach us.
Yeah, the Gen Z lingo. But yes, guys, thank you so much. Kina, we enjoyed having this. I think this is the first time we've ever done something like this where we just, I don't know, reading Reddit and then having fun, having an engaging conversation about pretty much all the crazy things that are happening, not generally real estate in Austin specific, but things that are pretty interesting to see what's going on and what other people think about. So I look forward to doing more of these, guys. And again, just as a reminder, we do go live every third Wednesday of the month. But this was fun. If you guys have any suggestions, please let us know. We are ATX Homegirls. I don't know if you guys have any final words before I end the live stream.
You guys, just a quick reminder, if you are a realtor, an entrepreneur, a business owner, someone who has something you think you can contribute to our audience, give us a call. We'd love to have you on as a guest host. Our goal is to have a guest host on every week. I know, at least for Eliza and I, we like to engage with all sorts of people. And we're only limited on our knowledge and things we want to talk about. So if there's anything you want to contribute or bring on, talk about your business, whatever it is, come on and join us. We would love to have you.
Awesome. Kina, any last words?
That was it. This was so much fun. I appreciate you guys reaching out and asking me to do this with y'all. I love it.
Yay! Thank you, Kina. We had so much fun. Guys, thank you so much for joining in on our live stream. We are ending it now. Peace.
Oh, wait. Let me take a picture of us. Hold on.
Okay. Picture. This freaking hat can just stay.
Ready? Got it.
Okay, I'm Brian, you're late, brother. I'm about to end this.
That's your husband, by the way. He is 2000 and late.
The hubby came in late. He's like, what's my wife up to? And what is she talking about? Gen X in the house, guys. But sorry, we're about to end the live stream. So bye.
Bye, guys. See you next month.